Welcome back, everybody. It's Lance from Honeycutt's Brush. Today we're going to be clearing some land for a buddy of mine. Contacted me about a week ago and showed me a lot that he wanted me to clear, and avid hunter in general. Has already cut lanes, but couldn't get the stumps and the roots to really be cut down like he wanted to. He was just using a rotary cutter. So he requested me come down. We looked at the property, talked about pricing and everything, and sort of figured out a way to do some things down here. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be clearing some lanes. I'm going to clear a hunting area, and then I'm going to cut him some new lanes towards the backside of his property so that he can get some things done. He wants a road to circumference, or just to go all the way around his property so that he can be mobile, and if anything's going on, he can know what's going on. So we're going to jump on this JCB with the high flow 60-inch head and try to knock this thing out as best we can. If not, we got the standard duty root grapple, and we'll use that to pull up anything. For the most part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started, work a little bit. The high cutting areas I'm going to film, but all the small stuff that's just going down paths and things like that, I may just leave off of this. But anyways, if you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe, comment all you want. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoy. My truck's on a slight hill. I'm gonna throw this thing in 4-wheel drive so it don't roll down underneath me. I've done the first half of the clearing here. I just he wanted it wide enough that he can get a tractor back here, but I tried to make it wide enough that we could get a truck, because he's gonna be able to at least drive back here now. There were a lot of stumps out here, so I milled them all down and sort of flattened out all the hard spots. But it goes back, I don't know, probably 1/8 of a mile at least, just like this, the whole way back. And anywhere there was a turn, I widened it out and made it to where he could, at least if he has a trailer, get a good pull around and at least get it to where he can get his truck back here. But I've advised him that with this trail he's got, he's gonna have to put something down, because it's just dirt. If he wants it to be something you can drive on, he needs to run over it every day, or he needs to get it to where he can put gravel or something in these low spots, in these wet spots, so that he doesn't get stuck, because if he doesn't, it's gonna get ugly real quick. But anyways, I'm gonna throw this thing up on a time lapse. We're out here at his hunting spot. His angles are good, but he's not gonna be able to see down this way because of the growth. So I asked him if I could just sort of cut out a little extra, and he said sure. And then to cut around here a little bit more and try to knock this thing out. But the mulcher's been running good today. I don't want to jinx it, but he wants me to try to knock some of these smaller stumps out. And I told him I would do my best. I'll knock them down as low as I can, but I'm not gonna be digging in the ground to get them. I told him he just get an excavator and dig them up the right way. He just wants to be able to plant a cover crop right here and get it all knocked out and ready for deer season. So I'm gonna knock this area down just a little bit better than what he's got. So let's see how it goes. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. We came out here, these stumps were, I guess they were just old, but it chewed them right up. I mean, chewed them right up. He's gonna have him a nice little spot to put. All he's gotta do is overseed it. There's no tilling involved with the way this is. So throw whatever you're gonna put out there, throw a little lime down, overseed it, crop you wanna put out, alfalfa, anything, and it'll grow perfect. Because this, I mean, it's mulched down to what it needs to be. If he tries to disc, he's still gonna hit stump, but if he lets it settle over time, lets some more dirt sort of compact, the more it grows, the more dirt will get piled on top, it'll be fine. What we're gonna do now is right behind my skid steer, you can see a path, and I'm gonna start cutting there. There's a couple creeks involved, so we're gonna have to maneuver and actually cut an extra lane beside it, because I'm not putting that skid steer in the creek, because I can't afford to get stuck. I don't have a winch or anything, so I'm gonna try to stay as far away from water as possible. Overall, I'm pretty pleased. We're ahead of time. It's gonna be a good day so far. I'm not trying to, hopefully we can continue to do this and have a good time doing it. Again, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you're enjoying. All right, so what we're trying to do now is cut a good lane. This is what a lot of people want to see, is what this machine can do in the thick stuff, so I'm trying to show it off. We're trying to cut this guy a lane from one side to the next, and one part of the road to the next. I'll show you what I'm talking about later on, but for the most part, what we're doing here, we're clearing us a run and then backing back over and getting all the stumps chiseled down and mulched down into nothing, so that when we decide to drive through here, it's not going to pop any tires or do anything out of the ordinary. He didn't really care if there were trees sort of pushed into the areas that weren't cut, so I'm just going to let some of them that lie, if they lie over into the outside of the creek, that's just what I'm going to let it do. What we do is we push in, back up, and you sort of pie your way in. You sort of cut to the right a little bit, push through. There's a couple older logs that are in here I'm going to try to push out of the way. And then back it on up, try to make sure it's mulched all the way down to the ground. He only wants it to be about as wide as a four-wheeler or a Ranger path, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it wide enough that he can get his ATV through here, UTV, whichever one it is. So, but that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to throw this thing on a time lapse while I'm working. Really let you guys see the process of how to work my way through it. Anyways, hope you enjoy it. So as you can see, we are stuck in the mud, figuratively and literally today. I jinxed us whenever I told you everything was going good, and I should have shut up when I said it, but I didn't. What you see is I was working my way in on this side. I slid in over here. You can sort of see how it just kept puddling the mud up. This is the top of a hill, and I do not understand why it's wet. Anybody that probably does this for a living could tell me you're the dumbest person on earth to ever think about doing that without putting sticks down, and you're right. I am. Tried to push myself out. Now I got to get all the dirt out of my mulcher. But fortunately, instead of me having to call a wrecker, I got a guy that knows this area really well. The landowner that employed me to do this, who was the one trying to pull me out just then, he drove down the road, found a guy for me instead of me having to call a wrecker and spend $1,000 even for them to come down and look to see if they can pull me out. The guy's going to come up here with an excavator, and he's going to dig me out. Lord have mercy, it has been a day. We're literally 2 hours from being done. I mean, 2 hours from being done. Just a couple hundred yards behind me, and then a couple hundred yards to the east. And we would have connected right back to where we started. Hopefully, this guy can come over here and dig me out. I'm gonna have him recorded. But this is what you call a fatal mistake. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Went down to the next farm. And they were like, well, the tractor we need, it ain't here right now. So they're like, well, if you go just across 87, just straight across, there's a guy over there. He's got some tractors. He probably got the one you need. I was like, okay, I'll go see if he's there. Roll up. He's outside watering stuff.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
This is good. This is a good start.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how people help you get out. Look at all that dirt in my mulcher. That is a deep hole. Good night. Look at all that in the head. Me trying to push it out. Didn't serve no purpose.
Yeah. Hold on.
He got me out, now I'm about to get him out. We got him out. It's the difference in tracks and tires right there. So I'm gonna find how much I owe him, because I owe him a lot emotionally and physically. All right. It's been a day. As you can tell, we got stuck. Thankfully, we live in the South in a rural area where people do not mind coming to help you. My buddy drove all the way down 3 different doors and knocked on every house that had a backhoe with a tractor. And every single one of them said they'd help. The only one that could was on the other side of the interstate. He drove across the interstate, all the way over here, pulled me out, and then didn't charge me anything. I'm gonna make sure he gets what he deserves. I'm gonna pay him. I'm gonna give him a t-shirt and a hat when the time comes. And I'm gonna let him know that he was appreciated, because he didn't have to do that. It cost me $1,000 to have a wrecker come out. But the machine did good. I did 9 hours of good work. Lacked 2 from getting stuck, and man, was I stuck. But anyways, look, I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for watching. Those of you that are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you for watching. But like I said, thank you so much. I'm Lance with Honeycutt's Brush. We'll see you in the next one.